So recently, I was having a discussion with somebody, and it was a pretty serious conversation. We were talking about life plans, we were talking about future, we were talking about choices being made. And this person was very close to me and my wife. And so I was having this personal conversation with this person. And at this time when I was speaking with this person, my wife and I were kind of feeling some pressure already in life. We were feeling some stresses, normal stress, normal things, when you're married, when you have kids, when you have jobs, when you have a church that we're leading, like our situation is. You have just life responsibilities, bills to pay, groceries to buy, bathrooms to clean, right? Just life, a dog to walk, all these things that are part of our life. Sometimes you can be feeling just everyday stress and pressure. And so I was having this conversation. We were talking, and I went back home, and my wife said, "How did it go?" And I just began to share openly with her how it went. I mean, she asked, right? She asked. And after I was done vomiting everything out that we had discussed upon my wife, because again, she asked. Now, my wife, again, we were already stressed out because of life, right? It was a difficult week that we were having at that time. Now I just made it worse. I just piled on a massive load on my wife's mind, on her thoughts, on her heart, on her emotions that she really didn't need. But again, she asked, so here you are, right? I mean, I was in the right? Wasn't I? No, not so much. And I could tell in those few minutes as I just began to tell everything about our conversation that I had with this person. I began to tell it all to my wife. I could tell that she began to get even way more stressed out, feeling heavy, feeling the weight of things that she didn't need to know. And so she actually told me an hour later, "Matt, I wish you didn't just pour all that on me, because now I'm even feeling more weighed down." So I actually weighed my wife down more because I just told her everything. I told her things that she didn't need to hear. And she said to me, she's like, "Matt, I need you to cover me. I need you to cover me." It's like I could have said in that moment, "Well, you asked. You asked me, so I told you." But I should have thought. I should have used my brain, right? The little bit of brain that's in me sometimes. I should have thought to myself, I know my wife is already mindful. I know she's already feeling the weight of life in that particular week that we were having. I knew that, but I didn't think about that. I didn't consider that. I just unleashed everything upon her. And that was wrong. That's wrong for me to do as her husband. I'm to be her protector. I'm to be her provider. I'm to be the one who's watching out for her and to guard her, like, and to cover her, like she said in her own words. "I need you to cover me, Matt." And when she said that, it was just and she didn't mean for it to be this way. She was just being honest with me, and I'm glad that she was. But it was like just a massive punch to my gut, because I realized that I didn't protect and cover my wife. And I should have. Gentlemen, your wife doesn't need to know everything. All of your weight, all of your thoughts, your wife doesn't need to know about it. And I'm not saying that you hide things from her that she needs to know. But what I am saying is that you and I, as husbands, we need to really consider, are we, are we saying things to our wives? Are we telling them information? They ask you, "How was your day at the job?" Does she need to know every single thing that was a burden to you? Does she need to know every single problem that you're dealing with as a man? Because she's dealing with her own stuff. I would say we, as men, as husbands, we should be able to receive everything that our wife needs to talk to us about. Because wives and women are more, in most cases, more emotional than men are, right? We like to just say it was good. Our day was fine. But wives like to talk, and they want a husband that they can just pour out their heart to and their feelings to and their emotions to. And so as men, that's why God gave us broad shoulders so we can carry that and then pray about it for our wives. We're that protector, that strength for our wives when they are weak. But it's not the same when it comes to husbands pouring out everything to their wives. But I realized that I failed in covering my wife. And that's what she told me she needs me to do. We want to cover our wives. Are you covering your wife? Are you understanding your wife? Are you considering her feelings more than just you venting and getting everything off your mind and without even thinking about what it's going to do to her? We need to consider that. We need to think about that. Amen. So I hope that challenges you and encourages you and reminds you, gentlemen, as husbands, we want to cover and guard our wives.